Alright, hey there, YouTubers. Me, Sonic Dude 62391 here. Here to do another, recent Sonic review, or I recently got these figures at Toys R Us. Really, caught my eyes when I was watching some of the recent figure reviews on my channel, or from friends on my channel. And I saw these figures and I was just like, I need them. I just need to get them. So I walked by my Toys R Us and I just picked them out without hesitation. So I just got them today. They were $19.99, so it totaled up to about $20 and something cents with tax. So I'm gonna do a basic review on the figure. I'll do the usual categories, including box, sculpt, articulation, pros, cons, warnings, and then I'll give the final score for this figure. So now that I've had all that said and done, let's get this review started. So, basically, this is something that I also picked up from Toys R Us. It was kind of a little candy holder, and inside you have red and green Chaos Emeralds. So, this is a very cool little collector that I have. So, yeah, it was pretty cheap. It was like 80 cents. So, this was a really cool little accessory to get. So, if you want to get these, you can find them at your local Toys R Us. So that was one of the things I just picked up additionally with the figure today. So, first thing, we'll start with the boxes. Let's take these two figures aside for a sec. So, basically, when you see the box, you'll find this in the front. So it'll look like all your other figures, except you'll have two little slots for both modern and classic Supersonic. Now, on the back, you should find a little description, like all the other descriptions that were on the Sonic 20th anniversary figures. It all says the same thing, so you shouldn't find anything different in the box. 20th Sonic, same background, but still a very nice background. Don't get me wrong. I still love this box. Overall, this is all there is. Plus the 20th Sonic tag, which says Classic and Modern Supersonic. So this is a really cool box on my part. I'd give it about 9.5, just considering that, it's just the same box. So it's 9.5, 10. So this is a really great box. It's amazing. I love it a lot. Something that's very suitable for this figure overall. So, yeah. That was the box, which got around a 9.5, 10. Next, we have the two figures. Now, the classic Sonic has 12 points of articulation, and modern Sonic has 14 points of articulation. So, I'm going to start with my review on classic Sonic. So, basically, he has articulation in the legs, ankles, hands, arms, head, and waist. So, those are the 12 points that you can find. I think I counted up 12. So, yeah, these are just the points of movement. Now, to the sculpt, I was kind of breathtaking. This is amazing. It's such a great sculpt. I just can't even say anything more. It's just superb, and it's great. You can make so many hand poses that are so supersonic accurate. Very great positions you can make. Very great sculpt overall. Now, as you know, or as you probably noticed, the classic Sonic, he does not have the same treads on the bottom of his shoes as modern does. So Jazzwares did make a really great catch when they didn't put the treads under classic Sonic, because that would have just made the figure look kind of weird. They captured his roundish complexion, as you can see, the little belly, which is really cool. You have the spikes, very, very nice quills. Again, I'm just breathtaking. These quills are amazing. And again, they got the catch again. They didn't give him the red eyes. They just stuck with the plain black and white, which gives it that classic Sonic vibe. So, this is a great figure. All in all, 10, if not 10,000. This is a great figure. I really suggest picking it up. Not expensive. It's a great deal. So, this was the classic Sonic. Great figure again. So, yeah, fantastic sculpt, everything. It's a very great figure that you can use for stop motions. You can do almost anything with it. So, yeah, that was classic. Now we get to modern. Now, modern Sonic, this is just amazing. Now, if we take it in comparison, hold on. We're going to do a comparison. I have here all the 3 Supersonic figures that I've collected over the years. We have, hold on. So, as you can see here, I have the 3-inch Jazwares Supersonic figure from the Super Pack. And I have the first Supersonic figure, the Superposer Sonic, Supersonic. And I have this, the newest one, the modern Sonic Through Time Supersonic. Now, above these 3, you can definitely see the difference between these 2 figures. Again, they didn't just repaint it yellow and call it Supersonic. Jazwares really fixed it up in all ways possible. In the shoes, in the backs, just look at the difference in the quills. You can see all of it. It's such a big difference. Now, don't get me wrong. This is still a good, decent figure. In my opinion, this is still a great figure. I liked it a lot. But you can just see how much more effort they put into this figure. So, all in all, this is still a good figure. I mean, if you're not really into Jazwares' work, or if you didn't really like what they did with it, I really wouldn't suggest picking it up, because it was just a repaint of the Superposer. But, if you're just an overall Sonic lover like I am, then I would have picked it up. And then, when you look at it with the Super Pack Sonic, it's just basically a bigger size. But it's what almost everybody asked for. You can see that it's the same in the shoes, almost the same in the back, almost identical, but they were really consistent. They really have a great sculpt for this figure. 14 points, arms, legs, shoes, head, waist. There's some other ones that I think I know, the ankles. You can move it in so many ways, so that's great. So there are a lot of points of articulation in this figure, so that's a very nice touch. Overall, I just love this figure, and mine isn't loose like most people's were. Mine actually is it has a very good stability to it. All the joints are connected very well. So again, when I was at Toys R Us, there were so many of these, except the boxes, they looked a little sketchy because some were half ripped open, some were already taken out of the box. So I just chose, out of all of those figures, the only one I saw that was in good condition. I picked that up. This was the only one that I saw that was in good condition. The other ones were a little bit, sketchy and a little bit out of touch. It just wasn't in good condition, from my eyes at least. So I'm glad I picked the right box finally. So whenever you get these figures, just make sure you choose the right box. That will go under one of my warnings. So yeah, this is a great sculpt overall. I suggest picking it up before it goes out of stores. And again, you can find this at your local Toys R Us, and only your local Toys R Us. So yeah, that's basically it for this. I give it around a 10 again, if not 10,000. So great figure, great sculpt, great articulation points, great everything. So that's a good. These are very great figures that Jazwares have done, or that Jazwares made so far. So we've gone through the boxes, articulation, sculpt. So now that's all. We have pros, cons, and warnings. So let's talk about the pros, which are numerous. I'll only pick out the few. The pros is that this is very game accurate. You can do anything with it. Any of those who like to play with the figures a little bit, you can move it around in almost any way. If you want to do stop motions, completely up to you. You can still do that. Very great quill detail. Very great overall detail in both figures. See the backs here. They've really captured the difference between the two Sonics, even though they're very little. They got the distinct differences. Both have very appropriate hand poses, so that's a good touch. So yes, these are just a few of the many pros that come with this figure. But unfortunately,